Jamaica's male sprint dominance returns. Kishane Thompson 9.75, Bryan Levell 9.82, Oblique Seville 9.83. Top 1, 2, 3 in the world over men's 100 meters thus far for 2025. Are we back at our best? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know the next video drops you up at least once a day in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, ready? Yep, good to go. With the recent performances of Jamaican top-tier sprinters Kishane Thompson, Bryan Levell, Oblique Seville, and Oblique, it would appear that Jamaica's male sprint dominance, which we experienced in the era of Usain Bolt, may be back and has fully returned. So, do you think that this means we are actually back? I mean, currently, we stand at the top 1, 2, 3 in the world thus far for 2025 in the men's 100 meters, meaning we have the 3 fastest men in the world so far in this distance. First up, the remarkable Oblique Seville. At the recently held London Diamond League, Oblique Seville dominated a field of top-tier athletes, including the defending world and Olympic champion in the men's 100 meters, Noah Lyles of the United States, Zharnel Hughes, the fastest British man all-time in that event, his own Oblique, South Africa's Akani Simbine, who seemed unbeatable earlier in the year, as well as Botswana's Lestile Tebogo. In fact, Oblique Seville beat the entire field by a clear meter to meter and a half, running a time of 9.86, which is not his fastest time thus far for the 2025 season. Let's take a look at that race highlight.
Away they go, great start from Seville, who's got a little bit of a march on Noah Lyles. Lyles has got some work to do. Seville is going really well here. Seville's going to win this. Brilliant!
The Jamaican utterly dominated the field, showing that he is a true contender for that gold medal later this year, as long as he remains healthy.
Introducing Peter Lloyd World merchandise, where style meets comfort. From trendy tees to cozy hoodies, we've got something for everyone. Elevate your wardrobe with our high-quality, fashionable designs that make a statement. Whether you're hitting the streets or chilling at home, Peter Lloyd World has you covered. Shop now and upgrade your look with Peter Lloyd World merchandise. Available exclusively at Peter Lloyd World. Link in description below.
Then there's a new kid on the block, Bryan Levell. Now, I know some of you would say he's not, but as a pro, he's definitely a new kid, and he may be the youngest of the 3 men we're about to talk about. On the weekend at the Haiphausen Austrian Open, young Bryan Levell set a new personal best and meet record, running the world's 2nd fastest 100 meters thus far for the 2025 season, running an astounding 9.82 seconds to win.
Malenga again is away very quickly. Levell, though, slow start, but now the big, tall, strong Jamaicans into his running, and he comes through and he's absolutely dominated the race.
Yeah, he absolutely dominated that race. Then, of course, there's the men's 100 meters finals at the Jamaican National Trials, which featured the top 3 out of Jamaica representing us at the upcoming World Championship. Kishane Thompson, who ran that astounding 9.75, the world's fastest time in the last 2 years over this distance, with Oblique Seville running 9.83, the world's 3rd fastest time thus far for the 2025 season, and Oblique, who will also represent the island at the upcoming World Championships in the men's 100 meters, running 9.88 seconds. This men's 100 meters finals is the fastest such race in the world in the last 24 months. So with Jamaica having the three fastest men in this distance in the world and the seventh fastest, meaning Akeem Blake, does this mean that Jamaica is back to male sprint dominance over the men's 100 meters? Now, for clarity, Kishane Thompson is the fastest man thus far for 2025 over the men's 100 meters with 9.75. The second fastest man is a Jamaican by the name of Bryan Levell with 9.82. The third fastest being Oblique Seville with 9.83. And the seventh fastest over the men's 100 meters thus far for 2025 is Jamaica's Akeem Blake. For clarity, Bryan Levell did not make the top three, at in the Jamaican National Championship. So he will not be representing the island in the men's 100 meters. More than likely, he will be on the men's 4x1. That team is capable of breaking the world record if the baton passes are correct, given the races that they're running thus far for 2025. You're looking at a possible world record. So, with this return to sprint dominance, I have to ask again, have we actually returned to sprint dominance? Do the numbers alone make it so? Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. Look, in terms of sprint dominance, we have to look at 2 sides of this coin. With these times being some of the fastest times recorded in the last, I'd say, 3 years in men's male sprinting, certainly in terms of raw speed, we are back. We are back. With Kishane Thompson's silver medal last year in the Olympic Games, that was the first such medal we have collected on the men's side for many years. But in my humble opinion, for us to be really back to male sprint dominance, we're going to need to do a few things. One, I think we would definitely need, and maybe I'm being a little too hard in this instance, but I think we would need to win several medals at the upcoming Worlds, or at least over the next 2 to 3 years. We would need to win medals, more than one, several, in the next several years. I think we should at least threaten a world record in terms of the 4x1. But the truth is, the numbers itself says that we are back. In fact, the numbers itself says we have been back since Kishane Thompson. Heck, we have been back since Oblique Seville ran 9.85, I think, or 9.86, his previous best. And I've been saying for 2 years, I've been in the wilderness screaming, we're back, we're back, we're back. When many of you, those of you who were here at the beginning, were panicking. And I kept saying, look at the numbers don't lie. We're trending in the right direction. We are back. But with 3 Jamaicans being top 3 in the world, it's easy to say, yeah, I think Jamaican supremacy is back. But even though I was the one that was screaming we were back up to 2.5 years ago, I have to say this. We need more than just one medal. Kishane Thompson walked away with that silver medal last year. We need at least 1 or 2 medals this year in the men's 100 meters, and I think we need to do the same next year for me to say that we're truly back. Because the thing is, the era that we are talking about as Jamaicans, in terms of male sprinting, you are looking at the fact that we had the 2 fastest men in history running simultaneously, as well as one of the fastest men all time. We had Asafa Powell. And we had Johan Blake, second fastest man over the 100 and 200 meters in history. And the incredible Usain Bolt, who has broken world records at least 5 times by my basic memory, 5 to 6 times, meaning both the 200 and the 100 meters. Some would say we would also need to make a dent in terms of the 200 meters. We dominated the world, not just in the 100 meters. This is where Bryan Levell comes in, having broken through the barrier and set a new PB of 9.82. This should improve his 200 meters significantly. He's already a very, very strong 200 meter runner. He could be a contender. However, For him to be a contender in the men's 200 meters, Levell needs to be running something close to a 19.7, somewhere around there, at the very least, and actually faster, but he has to start somewhere there with a 9.82 PB with 100 meters, and given his raw speed and his height, I think Levell could be a huge factor. So for me personally, yes, 2.5 years ago, I said to all of you, we are back. But for us to truly be back in the purest sense of the word, in other words, to compare ourselves to the golden age of Jamaican male dominance in the sprints, we have to dominate not just in the 100, but in the 200 meters. And as of this moment, we only have one solid 200 meter runner, that's Bryan Levell. I think Christopher Taylor is on the verge and could do it, right? I think did he recently qualify? No, he didn't recently qualify. But he shows the potential in the next year or two to do so, meaning become a true threat. We need several young men in the 200 meters doing what we have now in the 100 meters. I want us to dominate the way we did in the golden era of Jamaican male sprinting. I think this could be our platinum era. I have said to all of you, Kishane Thompson is capable of running sub 9.70. And I believe as he gets faster, you're beginning to believe me. You know, as they said in the Matrix about Neo, you're beginning to believe. I think Oblique Seville healthy is also a sub 9.75 athlete. I believe Akeem Blake, if they get his peaking right, is also very dangerous. And it's evident that this young man, Bryan Levell, given how he has improved in leaps and bounds under the auspices and the tutelage of the great Ms. Osborne, his coach, 9.82 at this stage says he's a sub 9.80 runner. So in the males 100 meters, I think, yes, we are back, given the fact that we got a global medal there. But for me to say we're truly back to the golden age and beyond, the platinum age, we need dominance in the 200 meters. Levell needs to be in that top 5 in the world. I think he's capable of doing it. We need other 200 meter runners. And we need someone to run a sub 9.70 in the men's 100 meters. And I think that could be Kishane Thompson. It would also help if we were able to walk away with 2 medals at the upcoming World Championships in the finals. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. So what are your thoughts? Do you agree with me? Do you think that we are almost fully back and that we need to, however, be as dominant in the 200 meters for us to truly get back to male sprint dominance out of Jamaica? Or am I asking too much? Now, don't forget to support the channel. Please check out our merch store at printify.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and hit the like button. Remember, you are royals, you're kings and queens. Bless up.